Welcome back to the Art of Podcast. My name is Elizabeth, and I am so happy you are here with me today. Over the past episodes, we have explored patience, self-encouragement, and forgiveness. Today, we turn our attention to something that shapes every relationship and deepens our connection with the world: the art of empathy. Empathy is often misunderstood. Some think it means agreeing with everyone, or taking on their problems as if they were our own. But empathy is deeper than sympathy, and it is not about losing yourself in another person's life. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, to see the world through their eyes, and to respond with kindness and understanding. It is a skill, a practice, and a choice. I want to share a story from my own life. A few years ago, a friend of mine was going through a very difficult time. I did not have solutions or advice. I simply listened, tried to understand, and let her share without judgment. After our conversation, she said, "Thank you for really hearing me." And in that moment, I realized something powerful. Sometimes the most healing thing we can give someone is not advice, solutions, or words of wisdom. It is simply presence, understanding, and empathy. Perhaps you know this feeling. Maybe someone close to you is struggling, and you want to help but do not know how. Or maybe you have felt alone and unseen, wishing someone could just understand you. Empathy bridges that gap. It allows us to connect deeply, to validate feelings, and to offer support without trying to fix everything. Empathy is also a skill we can cultivate. It begins with active listening. When someone speaks, we truly listen. We pay attention to their words, tone, and emotions. We do not interrupt, judge, or immediately offer advice. We simply listen. Another part of empathy is imagining the other person's perspective. Try to see the situation from their eyes, their experiences, and their feelings. You may not agree with everything, but understanding is not the same as agreement. It is about connection, not compliance. Empathy also requires patience. Sometimes people cannot express their feelings clearly, or they may react in ways we do not understand. By remaining patient, compassionate, and open, we allow them to share in their own time. I once witnessed a colleague facing unfair criticism. Many people criticized or ignored her, but one person simply sat with her, listened, and acknowledged her feelings. That act of empathy did not change the criticism, but it changed her experience. She felt seen, validated, and supported. That small act of understanding had a profound impact. Empathy is not only for others, it can also be directed inward. Self-empathy means acknowledging your own feelings without judgment. It means saying, "I see you. I understand your struggles. You are doing your best." Self-empathy nurtures resilience, emotional health, and self-compassion. Empathy strengthens relationships. It builds trust, deepens connection, and reduces conflict. When people feel understood, they are more open, more cooperative, and more willing to listen in return. In a world that often feels divided, empathy can be a bridge, a gentle touch that brings us closer. Empathy is the glue that brings people together. So how can we practice the art of empathy daily? First, listen more than you speak. Give people your full attention. Turn off distractions and be present. Second, validate feelings. You do not need to solve problems. Simply acknowledging emotions is powerful. Phrases like, "I understand why you feel that way," or "that sounds really difficult," go a long way. Third, practice perspective taking. Imagine yourself in someone else's shoes. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I were experiencing this? Fourth, pause before judging. Often, we react quickly based on our assumptions. Slowing down allows empathy to guide our response instead of impulsive judgment. Fifth, practice self-empathy. Notice your own emotions, validate your feelings, and treat yourself with kindness. When we are empathetic toward ourselves, it becomes easier to extend the same to others. Let me ask you this. Who in your life could benefit from your empathy today? Who might feel unseen, unheard, or misunderstood? And who in your own life do you need to offer empathy to? Starting with yourself. Empathy is not always easy. It requires patience, openness, and emotional courage. But the rewards are immense. It creates stronger relationships, reduces conflict, fosters understanding, and allows both you and others to feel seen, valued, and heard. As we close this episode, I want to leave you with this thought. Empathy is not about fixing problems. It is about presence, understanding, and connection. Every act of empathy, no matter how small, makes the world a little warmer, a little kinder, and a little more human. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and I hope this episode inspires you to practice empathy for others and for yourself. Remember, understanding is a gift, and the world needs your presence, your heart, and your listening ear.